You know, there's a saying, and I've often heard quite a few podcasters mention this now, which is ultimately the most important decision you'll make in life. It's not related to how much money you make, it's not related to career moves, it's not related to any of those types of areas. It's actually related to the person you choose to marry and the partner you choose to spend the rest of your life with. I think when it comes to dating, both for men and women, there will be instances where you will date someone where it just seems, certainly in the first instance, that everything just seems perfect and it's almost utopia-like. But then you'll have individuals where they kind of demonstrate certain qualities or characteristics that is quite alarming and makes you realise that there are individuals out there who just have serious issues. And as you'll see by the title of this video, I kind of wanted to share my personal experience of dating what I felt was a narcissist. You know, for me, I think when I met this individual, everything just seemed perfect from the get-go, just really easy to talk to each other. There was just really good chemistry. We met once in person and it just felt perfect. That's the only way I can describe it. It's perfect. It's like I met this individual and I thought, why have I not met you years ago? You know, it just seemed that everything was going perfectly well. And then for whatever reason, certain qualities started to shine through. And, you know, I remember one example where this individual was like getting the hair dyed, and basically the person who had dyed their hair like blotched it in parts. So I said, oh, send me a picture, what does it look like? And it was a really nice colour, but you could see it was just blotchy. It wasn't blended in right. I said, oh, the colour looks really nice. And I got a really aggressive response saying, oh, you know, shut up, don't wind me up, you know, this isn't funny. Just a really kind of defensive response, which to me was kind of the first indicator to suggest that something wasn't quite right. And then the other point, I think when it comes to dating a narcissist, is you can feel that you're genuinely doing everything right. You're genuinely approaching this individual with perfect intentions in terms of how you treat them, how you support them emotionally and just generally speaking. But then it just seems that whatever you do is never good enough. And an example of that is when I dated this individual, I knew that they had a few confidence issues. So from my point of view, I tried to support them through that to help build their confidence and reassure them that they are more than good enough. And I always remember, you know, their response was always trying to put me on a pedestal and trying to make me feel up here so that they could be down here almost. Almost like kind of making me feel guilty for literally no reason. And that's a trick narcissists will use. They will try and guilt trip you over literally nothing. And to me, it's something I've learned with retrospect. You know, my view is that if you're dating someone and they are in a healthy state of mind, they'll never make you feel guilty or bad about yourself just because they have insecurities that they're not taking the ownership to address. And to me, that was one of the biggest takeaways I kind of took away from that whole situation.